Alright everyone, it's time to rock and roll and it's time for Sample Sunday, which means we're going to be looking at a new game or a different game than what we usually play. And today that's going to be the Post Apo Builder. Now it is the demo that we're going to be playing because the game is not released yet. It's expected to be releasing in February 2023. Build your own city in a post-apocalyptic future. Scavenge and fight for resources. Everything counts. Restore civilization on the ashes of the fallen world. Explore wastelands to gather resources. Protect and take care of your people. Fight off raiders, wild tribesmen, and natural disasters. Alright, that's it. I haven't played a single minute yet. I literally just loaded up the demo. So let's go ahead and let's play.
What are you looking at? I'm the captain here. Pack your stuff and get ready. Let's get some ride.
Fresh meat. Get ready and pack your stuff.
But I don't want to be mean.
Fresh meat. Get.
Both of them sound
What are you looking at?
not the politest, but I really think that she is a B. Well, if I say that in the first few minutes, I'm gonna get that beautiful flag. But I'm gonna go with him because he seems a little friendlier. You did a good job. The information obtained from the savages allowed us to locate the shipwrecked tanker. We are sending you to the site to see what can be recovered from it. Scouts report that the natives have a settlement in the area. They seems to be friendly. The situation is in our main city is not the best. We need to replenish our fuel supply. One of the captains mutinied and fled with a tanker full of fuel. We have lost contact with a pursuit group in your area. Use the structures left by the previous group. Hence, do not translate this. This is a place for some text like some sort of a hint that will make our players go, wow, that's really useful. Thank God I read that hint when I was waiting for the game to load. This hint makes the game way more enjoyable. I absolutely love that that is already in there as a placeholder. Alright, so spacebar to continue. That looks actually pretty decent.
We have lost contact with the forward excavation camp. The Council of Elders sends you on a rescue mission. Locate the missing survivors and find out what happened to the captain. Prepare for the expedition. Establish a proper base camp. Take advantage of the buildings and vehicle left behind. Then go in pursuit after the raiders. Repair the bridge and prepare the mining station at the abandoned ship. Gather fuel supplies and prepare a reserve of provisions and parts necessary for the expedition. Good luck. The Council of Elders is counting on you.
Alright, so we're going to be starting off with the basics of control, the WASD, so that's pretty useful, but also pretty standard when we have the mouse wheel to zoom in and out, which is also quite the usual. By person control R, the default camera position will be restored. Alright, that's actually not too bad. Okay, yeah, I like that. That's actually quite useful, especially if you start getting lost in your orientations. You just have Control R and that pushes you back. Alright, let's go for the next. Controlling the speed of the game. That's going to be up here. Okay, fair enough. Then the resource bar contains information of a resource balance, population, gameplay, speed control, clock, happiness level status, and problem notifications. Wow, that's a mouthful. Happiness level status increases as you provide for the needs of your units and solve problems. Currently, you have 12 units that do not have a home, and that's why the notification of units occurring without housing has appeared. Up there. Fair enough. Hiring your first workers. The building next to the Omniscience tent is the construction warehouse. This is where all your materials are stored. By clicking on it, you can assign units to work, mandatory for building structures. Alright, so let's hide this. Let's see, so that's going to be this one. That's the warehouse. Now let's add 4 people there. Okay, what else does it want? Oh, there's more below. Place buildings in construction panel. Clicking on the tab key or the icon next to the map will open the building panel. Place building with the left mouse button. You can also rotate buildings with the keys Q and E or the mouse wheel. All right, so we need a small tent. And there we can... Okay, but it doesn't really tell us where we want to do what now, is it? So how about we'll just put it there. That is 3. All right, so I don't know how many people that we're going to need. Okay, so we can have 8 people working there. Let's send them over. I think as soon as you reach here, you're going to be assigned to one of these 2 projects. There you go. Exactly. That is good. Now, these guys are doing absolutely nothing anymore. So there is 3 people per tent, I think. Yep, it is. All right, so we need a few more. Well, we need 1 more. That's it. Now, what are you? That's the tent of omniscience. All right, so we need to keep you. Now, we could zoom in. You are main bonfire. Let's have a look. What else do we have around? That's just a metal pile. And I can assign people to work here to probably gather and bring that back here. Let's have a look how that's going to work. Alright, without your colony you won't achieve much. A campfire is where units without work gather and wait for a task. Click one of the units with the left mouse button to see status and needs. You can't directly control a unit's actions, but you can assign them tasks and jobs. You must keep the needs fulfilled to keep the happiness status high. A unit will die if it runs out of food or water. Wow, shocker. Gathering resources. There are resource points on the map. Find a point with metal and then select it by clicking left mouse button or the light mouse button left, and assign some workers to do it. Well, we already did that, but I think it wants more. Don't have more because all of them are standing around here doing nothing. So let's decrease you and let's send everybody over there. Here, and you guys can just, I don't know, do nothing for now. What is your issue? Energy supply. Yeah, we don't have any energy. But food and water. So for you, we need the 90 iron. See, that is why you guys are working away here. Now, where can I see what I have? There, I've got 80. Hunter's hut, granary, bug farm, whatever floats your boat. Now, but how do we get water? Water, no. Oh, so we have not unlocked the resources yet, so we need to wait for you. All right, so let's wait. And yeah, exactly. So what we now need to do, we need to place a water pump. And I'm not sure as to why, but my brain says that it is better to put it on the grass, because if grass grows there, that means that there's water, right? All right, so now we need to add a couple more people here so they can go back to work right up there. Oh, there's quite a lot of metal in the metal pile. That's okay. All right, so let's get you back up to 6. And you guys will need to bring over the resources, I would assume. I like it, but I wish I could zoom in a little bit more. Because the animations are really nicely done. And yeah, I've been a little bit spoiled. Source and use of food. The basic source of food are berry bushes, which are located on the map. Hire some units to pick berries. If there's a shortage of manpower, you can fire workers from previous jobs. Already done that. Alright, so the next thing, that's the bug farm, but how do I assign them? Just clicking on the bushes. Fair enough. Don't have anybody to assign those, so let's get you back out. And let's get 2 people on here. And let's get another 2 on there, because we need to make sure that we have enough food. We only have 30 food and 50 water left. I also need to assign someone here. No, I don't. So you just replenish water by yourself. What's that? Time's up? Yeah, nap time. Fair enough. A meeting place where everyone... Okay, so all of them are now just disappearing into here. So we use 39.6 a day of water and 38.7 a day of food. You get 48, so water has a surplus, which is great. Our food Yeah, I'm not sure, but let's get ourselves a couple of people to actually work on that. And for that, we need to actually have a lumberjack. All right, it's now nighttime. I'm just going to, I think, just skip ahead because they're not really doing anything during the night. Save complete, that's okay. I mean, if nothing happens during the night because all of them are closing their eyes, I would like to have a button to skip the night. I mean, I'm not doing anything so far. I mean, I understand if you have a lot of people to manage, that maybe you have time to reset all the jobs. For you, we need to get... Yeah, I can't do anything with the resources there yet. Hunter's Hat would be nice. Do we have the people for it, though? I'm not sure. Ah, there we go. Everybody wakes up at 4 a.m. All right. Okay, so let's just put you down there. There's only 2 people working it, but that is fine. Everybody else had something else to do, I think. Yep, so there's nobody standing here at the main bonfire doing absolutely nothing. Happiness is at 86%. Okay, but how do I find out? Yeah, your happiness is 77, 86. But I don't understand as to why. I'm working. I can't get faster. Scrap here, scrap here. Yeah. It's all scrappy. Crappy, just for you. Alright, so you guys are working on the food. 223 left. And on that one as well. So food is going up. Water is going up quite decently. And that definitely should get us to survive. Nice. Alright, so there's 400 odd of this left. What else do we need to do? This is done. I mean, maybe it wants me to do it again. Okay, I have already fired people from the previous jobs, but alright, I'll just unassign everybody again. No problem at all. Not sure if that's a bug or if it just didn't tick. So there we go. Everybody is unassigned. Brain function. I had the same problem already earlier this day. When I was doing the infected, my brain also decided to, you know what, let's just not function. Alright, so let's get somebody on here. I don't know if there is anything to hunt, but, well, we'll see. This building requires workers to function properly. Well, Clarence is there. Clarence Brickner. And she, or he... Oh. The heart of your colony, the Omniscience Tent provides information on consumption, control of rations, and working hours. You can also sign decrees and advance colony technology. Right, developing a colony involves technological advancement. Each technological level costs a designated amount of resources. Advancing progress will unlock new buildings. Alright, so that is good. Let's have a look here what we... Okay, so we need 150 iron. Which means I need every soul that is not doing anything right now to get over there and get us more iron. And you guys are not building anything, so you can also go over here and help out with more iron. Let's get rid of that pile first. And that's a small tent. There's a couple of people living there, so that's good. Alright, what decrees do... Oh, wow. But at what cost does it come? See, this one is clear. Night shift. One time forcing to work at night, temporarily reducing happiness by 30%. Reducing happiness by minus 30%. So we are increasing the happiness by making them work the night shift. I, for a matter of fact, would be happy with working the night shift because I actually quite enjoy that. But we can also give moonshine for everyone. Allows construction of a pub. Reduces working hours by 1 hour permanently. Permanent, okay. Graveyard. Reduces the negative effects of death. Why? I mean, you're dead, so... Okay. Let's not go there. That is a way So we've got the reuse of water, and then we have the sunbathing, for which washing using water reduced water consumption by 10%. So you make them clean themselves with sand? Sure. All right, but we are looking at 139 out of 300. How many did we need? We needed 150, so we're almost there. Look at that, 144. 144, that's the next person dropping off their hands full. Faster, 156 step. Bingo, let's advance. Task completed. Advanced food sources. Besides berry bushes, you can build structures to provide food. A greenhouse will provide a high supply of food using resources and unit labor. Okay, so now you want me to build a greenhouse. Resources, lumberjack. We need 110 iron for that. Yeah, if only we would know. I've just spent I don't know how much iron. Parts depot, chemical depot, metal depot, wood depot. Extend your wood storage capacity by 600. Yeah, but we don't have the wood nor the metal for that. That is okay though, because we are bringing in some, and we need the lumberjack to bring in the rest of the wood. So we cannot spend any wood until we build a lumberjack. It's kind of weird though that you need wood to build a lumberjack, because that means if you lose your lumberjack building and you don't have the wood as a backup. Let's see, is there any wood around that we can just gather? Because I don't think so. Oh, there is. Fair enough. Do I have anybody? Yeah, you guys are working away on that. There, anybody left in here? No, we don't. How's our food looking? 223. Yeah, we're definitely good on food for now. Let's pull you out from here and let's get you onto the wood as well. Okay, then it makes sense that we have for the lumberjack wood, because there's wood piles where we can gather. I actually think this one would have been closer by. Yep, definitely is. Alright, so there we go. Remove everybody from here and assign them to here. Because that walk, I think it is closer. I'm not sure though. Alright, then as they are slaving away, bringing all of that in, let's have a quick peek around, because there's quite a few things that are still around. We've got another metal pile up here. Then here we have old cars. Scrap collector required. Oh, we can have. Alright, that is good. So we can have a scrap collector. Then we've got plenty of cars out here. A cistern, what do you give? I'm not sure what you give. Parts? No, you give chemical supplies. Alright, you give parts. So the cisterns are for the chemical supplies, and the cars are for the parts. Fair enough, makes sense. Okay, so how we're looking here, we can now make ourselves a lumberjack. But what is it that it wants us to do? Greenhouse. I mean, let's stay on focus here. What do we need though for the greenhouse? We need more iron. But the iron beams are almost here. Okay, that is good. So we can now build the greenhouse. Let's get you up and running, and let's do that. I don't know. Right there. Okay, there's nobody working there now. So let's reduce our wood collectors by 3. And let's get those 3 back up here. Oh, I think we have depleted the metal pile. No, not yet. Then what did we deplete? Ah, the berry bush. The berry bush. But that's okay, because we can't have more food in storage anyways, and the day's nearly over. Oh, all right, so it is nighttime again. Now, I did see that we can change things in here for work time, etc., but I'm not seeing that. We need more wood. That's okay. And we need more food for the next upgrade. Okay, but can we have more food storage then? Granary. Yeah, we can. So if we can have a granary, let's get you nice here close to the bonfire, because that just smart makes sense in my head. Then again, my head's not always the smartest cookie, so you're under construction. That is good. I can't really put anything else out at the moment. Would like to get a scrap collector as well, but you actually pay for buildings as you plan them, not as you build them. So you cannot already map out your village without having the actual resources, which then again also kind of makes sense again. Okay, so decrease. Yeah, I really don't see. Punishment ring solves the negative effects of social events. Ew. Alright, so goods from the wasteland, that is where we can actually get the traders part unlocked. Alright. Listen, so far I'm really liking this game, and I keep in mind we're just only in the tutorial. We did not even start inside the demo yet, so I actually think that we might end up doing an episode 2 or 3 on this, because I'm actually quite enjoying it. But let me speed up time just to get to 4 o'clock in the morning, so those guys can lift their rear end out of their well, probably very comfortable bamboo mat if they're lucky. There we go, back to work, everybody. All right, so you're collecting on that. So if I have the scrap collector, though, allows you to extract and process resources from scraps. I understand, but would it also by itself go to the metal pile and start collecting? So I could just assign people to scrap collector and they by themselves go around and clear out whatever needs to be cleared out? Because that also would, again, kind of make sense inside my head. Ooh. In the tent of omniscience, you can open the section of decrees. Already did that. This is your colony's tree of laws. You can sign one new law once a day. It's a good thing we didn't try anything out. Sign the goods from the wilderness decree. With it, you can build a trading post at the camp gate. Alright, so yes, that's good. I was thinking about that one, but then decided not to, but there we go. Task completed. Collecting advanced resources. Some resource points require special buildings to be scavenged. Build a scrap collector and a lumberjack to acquire more materials. I was thinking about the lumberjack. Did we not build one yet? That's the hunter's hut. That's the wood pile where only one person is left to work, but that's okay. That's a metal pile. I have a metal pile here. Okay, but this one's nearly depleted, so that's okay. All right, we need more metal. We need more wood. Do I have anybody standing around doing nothing? Yeah, we do have someone, so that's okay. And, oh yeah, we also need somebody to work here. It takes 2 water an hour, and it provides 1 food an hour. Now, we do have an overage on water at the moment, but that's not going to last forever. Okay, you guys come out of there. The production doesn't seem to be increasing by having 1 or 5 people there. We might need to try that out. Maybe there's still a work in progress, but let's have a look how it goes. I kid you not. It is only now that my brain sees on the left top screen the advanced resources build lumberjack. So my tutorial is actually on the left top of my screen. Unbelievable. Then again, I'm always more too focused on what is right in the middle of my screen. And okay, maybe I should just play on a smaller screen so I can actually see what's going on around there. Or we might want to increase the UI so I cannot miss it. Yeah, there's the icon here. Let's have a look. Settings. Graphics. Yeah, so that's not an option. I mean, 1080, 1920, that's kind of okay. The only thing that I did do is turn the music down a little bit because I'm not sure if it's going to be, you know, copyrighted music or if we're going to be all fine. All right, so now we have finally enough resources to build ourselves a lumberjack. Now, they only give us 12 people. I would like to see how we get more. There we go. That is you. Maybe it's just by building ourselves extra houses or... Small house, builder's house, very basic shelter for 3 people. Good option if you can't afford any better. Well, at the moment, we're housing in tents. Okay, so there's only one person who is building the actual lumberjack because we didn't have anybody else, but we have a couple of other people standing around doing not too much at the moment because I think they've finished a berry building or no, those were the people that we actually fired from the greenhouse. Okay, so we've been running the greenhouse now for quite a bit and it is 1 food for 2 water. We're going to increase by 1 person. We've got 2 on the wood collection at the moment, 3 on the building. Let's reduce you. We really need more people, so let's add 1 additional here. How we're looking metal wise? Yeah, we also need that more. We need to build ourselves a scrap collector, for which you need 120 metal and 90 wood. All right, now the 90 wood, we're definitely going to need the lumberjack here, but if we want to get all of this up and running, I'm actually not even sure. Are you producing food? I mean, it must, because we're still at 328. I mean, we've got water for 2 days. We've got food for 7 days. So we're good there. Maybe we want to build ourselves another water pump. Water windmill, the advanced water pump. We need 140 wood and 60 metal instead of just the 90 metal. So the metal is going to be cheaper. We're going to need more wood. In other words, these guys need to hurry up. We need to get ourselves a lumberjack. All right, so we reduce both of you, get 2 of you on here, and I hope that you are going to be producing wood faster than that these guys are. We have nobody left for there either. How are we looking here? We've got 5 people on here, and there's only 3 metal left. Yes. Okay, so that is good. So we're now working on getting wood in. We're working on food. Yeah, it's still the same. I mean, this does not change, so I don't really understand as to why. I mean, I would assume that this is per person.
Resources spot depleted.
Resources, but okay, good. So now we have finally completed the metal pile. We're going to need more though, but there was another one right here. All right, everybody on here. Well, 3 of you on here, because that walk is going to be a lot shorter. There's still 2 people working on this. We still have, well, we have 2 of the lumberjacks at the moment, and they're producing wood at, I think, a decent rate. That has to be by far. I mean, I don't know. This guy is walking funny with his axe, and he's also funny walking with the wood. That one makes more sense. Look at him walk with his axe. See, that one is normal, but he walks the same way with the wood. Now, maybe it's just to show off, you know, as in, look at how strong I am. I can carry logs in front like this. Don't know why I gave him a Russian accent. That guy, I don't know. He's having the yippee jiffies though. So he walks funny, he walks normal, but he has a stroke every time he needs to pick up a log. Which, you know, whatever floats your boat. So what else did we need to build? We needed to build ourselves a scrap collector. How we're looking here, can we build a scrap collector? Almost, we need more metal. Well, we're almost there as well, look at that. Because it's so much closer by, it just makes sense. Okay, so I do have 2 people to spare, which we will add on here. And actually, what? Yeah, that's okay. So we'll reduce 1 more. We'll add an additional person here. Nighttime is rolling in, almost there. A scrap collector, so we can build you. And now the only question is, do I want to build you far away or close by? I don't know. I'll just chuck you there. For now, let's have a look, because you guys are not going to be doing anything anyways. For right now, because by the time you're going to get there, it is time for a nap. Told you. Alright, so as I'm waiting for the nighttime to pass here, I'm actually having a look here at the decrees, because in about 4 hours we can sign our next decree. And there is this one, the openness to newcomers. New survivors will start approaching to your gate. They will join you if you provide them with food and water. Now we've got food. And we have water. We're not doing amazing on the water, so we might want to build ourselves another one of those, but I kind of want to wait so we can build this, but for that we're going to need more metal and we're going to need more wood. Now, wood is well on the way with Senior Stroke up here, as well as the other fancy guy. So we've got the guy who carries the wood weird, and we've got the one who has the stroke when he picks up a log, but both of those are doing quite a good job at bringing in the wood. The metal is kind of okay. I mean, I've reduced it to only 2. Francesco and Monty, Francesco Folds and Monty Delmont, they are responsible for bringing all the metal in that we need for this stage. So we've got more berry bushes around here, and then here, I didn't even look on that side yet. Oh, that is the main gate. We haven't even built that thing yet. So there's no point. That's the trade depot. So for you, we also need parts, right? Your parts? I think your parts. I mean, the icons looks a little bit different, but then again, yet the same. Might just have to do with the UI sizing. So we need 150 wood, 100 metal, and 40 parts. And we don't have parts yet because we still need to take the cars apart for the parts. And for that to be able to be done, we need to get, not the greenhouse, but we need to get this thing built, which is well underway. Alright, so those guys are up and running again already for quite some time. And then maybe next time I should actually look around, because on this side we have more. Is there anything else that we didn't even look at yet?
You can establish new decree.
Oh. I mean, they did tell me that there were friendlies around. Didn't know. I mean, I forgot about them basically, but that's okay. They seem to be quite friendly. Can't click on any of them though, and I'm not going to be sending anybody over. I mean, I couldn't even if I wanted to. Alright, so I can't do anything with them. But we do have more metal piles over here.
Was completed.
Collecting advanced resources is also completed, so now we need to collect parts. Yes, we definitely need to collect 40 parts because we want to get that gate up and running. We've got nobody for this though, so let's reduce you back to that, and you get 2 people here. So you can now focus on that. You're still carrying your logs like a crazy person, but that's okay. So what do we need now mostly? I think it is water. Gonna reduce you back to 1. I mean, we still have 307 food. We're absolutely fine when it comes to food. Now we can sign a new decree, but this doesn't really help because we don't have the gate yet. There we go. Let's sign the reuse of water to reduce our water consumption. And that also going to give us a little bit of time. But we can sign one every 24 hours. So it just makes sense to do that whenever we get the time for it. Alright, so there's 2 people working here now. Make that 3. Are you guys collecting, or do I need to tell you what to collect? No, it doesn't look like I need to tell you. No, so you're wandering around. No, don't take the metal pile. I want you to take this. Why can I not? Can I tell her what it needs to prioritize? Yes. Alright, so I want you to focus on parts. Hey, there we go. Alright, so I can set on if it needs to collect metal or chemicals or parts. I want all of them to focus on parts at the moment, so yes. Take the car apart. Now we need 40 parts, so you guys can just, I don't know, take 2 cars apart quickly and then wander around. You might as well drop it off directly here, because I think that's, no, not there. Where was it? Was it here? That's the main gate. There. I think this is what we need it for. But let's see. Alright, so those guys are actually running up and down and they're dropping off the stuff. I think that they're doing it right here. I mean, it would make sense because it's the warehouse. So they're going to be dropping off their stuff at the warehouse here. And we build ourselves a granary. That's why we can have more food. So our food is going up. 310 to 850. All right, so we've got 15 parts at the moment. You're 100% happy. All of you are 100% happy. Look at us doing well. I mean, they need food probably soon. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Makes sense. It's lunchtime. I'm not sure as to why you're carrying the parts back here. What? They're trying to take it apart and you're the one who's putting it back together, or? Alright, that is 1 car less. That's the first one. So that means that we should have 30 parts here now. Alright. A bit of lag. That's okay. It's actually the first lag spike I have here, so it's not too bad at all. Okay, so them having a stroke when picking up wood is a common thing. Seen it a couple of times now. Now, 30 out of the 40 parts are already there. I think the guy... Yeah, I know that you're working. Kind of the point, isn't it? But both of you should have 5 parts with you. Hopefully. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then that's the last one that we need. Perfect. Trading with strangers in the wastelands. Alright, see, I told you it was going to be for that. So let's get up here and let's get ourselves this build. But only 1 out of the 4 there at the moment. Let's get you back to normal. I actually don't know. I can just scroll back. No, not scroll back. I can just go back, go down, and still see the same thing. And actually see it easier than a cut from the other side. But alright, it is what it is. Okay, so we only have 1 person here at the moment. Let's reduce you guys back to just 2. Let's give an extra set of helping hands working out here. And then the next thing that we want is we want to get the gate up and running, for which we need an additional 25 parts. We already have 4. Yay. So those guys will... There's still 2 of them. They can still collect more of that. And they can also start collecting chemicals, because I'm pretty sure that we're going to need that soon as well. Alright, this is well underway. Now... This has to be one of the most advanced tutorials I've done in a while, because I've been playing for nearly an hour and we're still not done with the tutorial. So honestly, I absolutely love the game so far. It looks nice, it's had a good feel to it. The tutorial, I would actually make it part of the main game and then giving you the option, do you want it, yes or no? Because I kind of now would need to start over again when I go back to the main game, because I started off, I was thinking like, you know, tutorial probably going to be like 2 or 3 minutes, quickly showing me around, showing me the basics, and then I end up playing the tutorial for like an hour. So I would kind of like be able to, I don't know, continue building up what we're building here at the moment, because I'm kind of liking it, but let's see if that's going to allow me to do it. It's the demo version was still here in the tutorial. It's the second episode here. And I was about to say we're going to be finishing off our trading post, but first we have the nighttime come to roll in. So nicely speeding up through time here. Now, we've done quite a bit of the basics, and I'm not sure how long the tutorial is still going to go on to, or if it's going to allow us to keep building on whatever we have set up here at the moment, because I've just plopped things down quite freely. There we go. Let's get you back to normal time, because everybody's going to be running out of their tent back to work, because it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so they are now well on the way. It is early morning, and I would like to really complete here the trading post. I want to see
spot depleted.
A resource spot depleted. What is it? Wood? It is the wood too. That's okay. You guys can then just one of you can add on here. How many do we have? Only 1 additional person, which is okay. We might need them for somewhere else later, but let's have a look that we get the trading post up and running. And there we go. So storing excess resources. Depots allow you to expand the maximum limit of your resources. Resources beyond the limit disappear after a certain period of time. Okay, so we can overstore. It's just that it will disappear after a while. Alright, I did not know that. Recruiting new units. Our colony needs to grow, and for that you will need more units. Sign the openness to newcomers decree to recruit newcomers to work in the colony. Each newcomer or group has its own requirements to meet. Right, that is good. I am fully open to do that, because that is...
Spot depleted.
What else did you finish? You carry meat. What else did we work on? Oh, the metal. Okay, so the metal here is gone. And okay, that is all good. Now you guys can then potentially... Okay, so let's have one person join in here, and you also work on this, or you guys only work one thing at a time. All right, so we've got 20 parts. What do we have for this though? We need 25. So how about you focus a little bit more on parts? Here, focus a little bit more on parts until we have what we need. I can establish a new decree. Yes, well aware. All right, so we want to sign the openness to newcomers. Yes. Okay, this is the end of the tutorial about the world of the post-apo builder. You have unlocked the guide. You can find it on the resources bar. It gives you the option to check the guidance you have already learned. Expeditions, battles, and colony development are waiting for you. Best of luck. No. Yes. Yippee yay. Okay, so we can just continue on what we've already built. No, we cannot. Darn it. All right, so that answers that question. If we can keep playing here on the world for the tutorial, it is not. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add this to the original video, and then we'll start off with a fresh and new one just for playing the actual demo outside of the tutorial. Okay guys, but that's it for now. Thank you for joining. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, then just let me know down below in the comments, and I will be making an additional episode here on the actual demo version of the game, because I'm enjoying it quite a lot. So I want to see how far we can actually play it and what the current playability of it is. So thank you for joining, and I'll see you guys in the next one.